It's always been told how important it is that the right example comes from sport. So this question of degree is never an easy one to resolve, is it?
No, Mikey is spot on. Everyone deserves a second chance in life, and there are degrees of a young lad being dragged in naively and someone that's done it for years. There's the difference there. That's the normal life we all live in when we make errors. But there is a slight difference with a no ball, and I keep hearing this, it's only spot fixing, it's not match fixing. There's not degrees for me, because one leads to the other.
Exactly.
You're dragged in with the first one, do you just bowl us a no ball? And you do, and then you say, no, that's enough, I don't want to fix matches. Sorry, son. You're in.
This is the...
You're in now. We tell you to lose a match for us down the line.
Yeah, this is the analogy of soft drugs, hard drugs.
You're
Progression.
So
they're all drugs.
You've got to treat the guy who bowls a no ball the same as the guy that has thrown a game, because it's a continuous line that gets you there eventually. So there's no difference there.
Been listening to Salman Butt. Tim, what's been said?
David, firstly, straight away, it was quite a surprise to see Salman Butt come into the press conference. We were told before play that Pakistan wouldn't be making any comment at all in light of the allegations published in the News of the World this morning. But he walked in along with Yawar Saeed, the Pakistan team manager, and they faced up to the media some pretty tough questions straight away. Were Pakistan giving their all during this series? And Salman Butt said, absolutely, I have no doubts that my players were giving their all. Put on the spot, whether he denied the allegations that he's very much been the centre of, he gave that the straight back. He said, look, this is something that's being looked into at the moment. I can't comment on specific allegations against my players or against me, but I am confident that we've given our all in this series. And he's actually been pleased with the way that the players have responded to some tough times in this series too. Mr. Yawar Saeed, he was the guy who mainly spoke. I mean, a lot of the questions that were directed straight at Salman Butt, actually Mr. Saeed kind of took over then. He said, look, if you are going to ask questions about the allegations that have been made, this is my territory, and all I will say is that these are ongoing. We will be cooperating with the anti-corruption unit and with Scotland Yard as well, and any questions you have about that, all I'll say is that we will cooperate, and there's not a lot I can say, just to say that these are still allegations. There wasn't any real sort of strenuous denials as such, but they were saying, he just said they are allegations, they're being looked into, and we will cooperate. And what he did say as well is that he's confident that the one-day series will go ahead. He said despite this cloud hanging over the Pakistan cricket team, over the World Game, he wants to see the one-day series go ahead and is confident that that will happen. He said from here, obviously they've got an extra day here in London, but they will move down to the West Country, base themselves down there as far as he's concerned, and prepare for those two 2020 games in Cardiff. So far as he's concerned, it may not be the right term to use at the moment, but it's business as usual, preparing for a one-day series. At the moment, he still sees that going ahead.
All right, Tim, many thanks for that. We'll try and actually get the right paper, or the wrong paper, depends how you look at it, this morning. Let's just show you what the whole thing is about. The paper, the nub of the story in the paper, in the News of the World this morning, was that there were 3 no balls bowled on the first and second day's play here by Pakistan, which coincided exactly with the prediction from the 35-year-old man who's been arrested by Scotland Yard and is currently assisting them with their inquiries. And here's how we covered it at the time.
No balls are called, front foot, no ball. Because of the one-dayers, I don't see that too often now with bowlers who play both forms of the game, because they've got into the discipline of keeping behind that front line. This is a one-day game, it's a free hit. It's just an extra delivery and a run in this form of the game.
He's inexperienced, we know that, Mohammad Amir, though extremely clever. In the mind, maybe, oh, it's a big no ball, maybe he's finding it a little difficult because of the wet patches in his run-up to get it absolutely right. There's a little bit of wetness around. Maybe that is the reason why he could be struggling a little to maintain good consistent line and not to overstep.
Just oversteps on the front line and looks as if he wants a bit of sawdust. It might be quite greasy.
Seen a couple of biggish no balls actually. One from Amir. He was over that front line by a good half a foot or so.
No ball is the call, but that was a short ball that we were expecting with the field placed as it has. How far was that? Whoa.
That's like net bowling.
Well, Mike, you better answer your own question. How far was that?
Ridiculously far. Ridiculously far. It just doesn't look good. No, somebody sent in an email earlier on to say that Mohamed Amir hadn't bowled a no ball in his entire Test career before this game. I don't know if that's correct.
Entire first-class career, I think, before this game, but yeah.
I don't know if it's correct.
For the series.
That is...
I think he did bowl some at Edgbaston. Carry on, yeah, sorry.
It just doesn't look good. I know, and he went over by a distance. You know, it was not a small no ball, and we haven't seen that from him before. But it is so sad, David, an 18-year-old with that sort of talent, and then for him to be getting involved in this. I'm absolutely sure he didn't go looking for anyone. Someone has dragged him into this, and it is so sad.
Yeah, if it's true, yeah. Okay. Mike, you're going to give you a moment off to get control of your emotions. No, okay. Let's just take a little break. Got plenty more to come on this issue. Lots more reaction coming up as well. 25 and a very satisfying 3-1 series win for England. From a little earlier, speaking...
The end of this game...
Performance. I think the way we've dealt with what happened overnight this morning with the professionalism and the ruthlessness we showed on the pitch is something that we can take forward in the future. I think it's been a really good Test match series to be involved in. There's been some fantastic cricket, some decent cricket wickets where it's been hard to score, but if you bowl well you get your wickets, and it's been really enjoyable to be part of the series, and to wrap it up 3-1 here today was a great effort